I'm Nicholas Wells. My wife Sharon and I were both retired. We live in an active 55 plus community. We have a space here, may not be readily apparent, but it is a covered patio area that prior to the work that ECO did for us was available to us for our typical Northwest winters, meaning it was, or our Northwest summers, excuse me. It wasn't available to us during the wintertime. It was simply too cold, too drizzly. Even though it was covered, we didn't sit out here. As I said, we got contacted or connected, hooked up with ECO Electric as a result of a technical question I had called Infratech on, and I was very impressed with Corey and his willingness to keep answering what I thought were the most mundane of technical questions. I found Infratech's website, while excellent in telling me how wonderful their heaters were, the technical aspects of the whole thing were a little bit lacking, and Corey had no trouble with that. And then I was particularly impressed when I found out he was running ECO Electric. And the fact that he was willing, as the kind of the head guy, to continue to talk to me. And so that was kind of our introduction to ECO. And I also appreciated very much the idea that ECO was what I would call a full meal deal. I was very careful, once I realized that was the way they wanted to work, to confirm with Corey that when ECO showed up, all I had to do was say, "Come on in, do you need a cup of coffee?" and leave them to it. And that's exactly what happened. Would I go to ECO again? In a New York second. Would I recommend ECO to anybody contemplating any kind of electrical work? In a New York second. We have. You heard Sharon say that we know folks who've come, and in fact we had them here 2 days ago, who looked at these and said, "So who did the work?" Well, that's easy. ECO Electric. And were they easy? I mean, just exactly the same thing you're asking for right now. And the entire process, excuse me, pretty much from start to finish was about as painless and about as pleasant as it's possible to be. So I can tell you the result of putting these heaters in. Sharon's comment the other night, and we've had maybe 10 opportunities to use these on nights when it was bitter cold just before Christmas, all the way until the night before last, where Sharon has said, "I've fallen in love with my patio again." And we couldn't use this space without these. So the heaters are that's a call out to Infratech. But the installation and the workmanship and all of that, that's ECO.